Hello and welcome to Colourful the Ball in the post-truth apocalypse. I'm Ben and this week I'm hanging out with Mike.
Hello.
Claire.
Hey.
P.
Buongiorno.
Spanish P. El Pito.
Is it Italian, isn't it? No.
Buongiorno. Italian.
Well, it stands.
It was actually I was going for Del Boy.
No.
Buongiorno.
Better.
Thinking he's speaking French.
No. Well,
Either
either way.
bonjour, mate. But close.
No, but that's what Del Boy does.
Ah.
He tries to speak French, but doesn't, does he?
Bonnet de douche. Yeah. Today's topic is the death of Kurt Cobain. So this episode we're going to go through Nirvana, rise to fame, not rise to power. You could argue that there was an element of power that he had. You know, he was going to apparently campaign with Clinton and get the youth vote. And certainly the voice of the youth
Yeah.
in the early 90s, so I suppose he had some kind of power. And so no conspiracy theories this week, guys. We are not passing judgment this week.
No.
Save it for next week. I know you've got it all saved up.
It's going to be very difficult.
Okay.
Right, so...
She did it!
Allegedly.
I didn't say who, I just said she.
And there's going to be a lot of allegedlys next week. Just to cover ourselves legally.
Unfortunately.
So, Kurt Cobain, sudden fame, nerdy kid, not being prepared to deal with that fame, depression, heroin, a turbulent marriage to corny love, and it all led to a tragic day in April 1994. This is the story of a man who screamed the pain of millions only to be silenced by his own demons, allegedly. Yes, let's be kind. If you're having problems and depression, go and speak to somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't start taking heroin.
Definitely don't start
That's
taking heroin.
not the answer.
Neither is buying a gun.
Definitely not.
Especially when you've sworn that you don't have a gun.
Very much so.
But still, serious note, if you're having issues with depression, go and speak to somebody. Speak to a mate. If you're in the UK, there's a great app called Hub of Hope where you can literally get free therapy through various agencies. It lists them all for you. I'm assuming the Americans have got something similar wherever you are.
Samaritans.
Don't be alone, basically. Just
Yeah,
share. Problem shared is a problem halved.
that's it. So, don't do a Kurt,
Yeah. It's good to talk.
Allegedly.
allegedly. So, Kurt Donald Cobain, born on February 20th, 1967, in Grace Harbor Hospital in Aberdeen, Washington. A small, gritty logging town where it never seems to stop raining and opportunities are scarce because the whole town's economy is kind of dying, you know.
Sounds like England.
It's not that bad.
It rains all the time. Economy's shit.
Economy is one of the fastest growing in the G7.
Because it came from a worse position.
Yeah, well, the rest of the G7's fucked then, isn't it?
Well, still a fact.
It's only because they're charging us fucking £1 million per litre of fuel at the minute. That's the reason the economy's booming. They're earning £7.50 per litre off us, the twats.
Well, just for foreign listeners, we're not paying that much for petrol.
No, but it's nearly £2 a litre. Nearly
And
£2 a litre, which is ridiculous.
And
Well,
we
that
all
does
know-
reflect what's happening in the wider world, though, doesn't it?
No, because it's our government. Because
Where is our government? We haven't started a fucking war in
No,
Iran,
no.
blocked the Straits of Hormuz to oil traffic.
our government would subsidise it, but they choose not to. When petrol was £1.30 a litre, they were making 35p a litre, or was it 65p? Might have been 65p, but now it's gone up and then it's £1.90 a litre average. The government are making 95p a litre in their taxes, so they are getting more from the price rises. Doesn't matter how you fucking look at it.
So
It's disgusting.
They could also cut into the profits of the oil companies, couldn't they?
They could just cut their fucking tax down on it and say, right, things have gone up. let's just do a bit of a tax break for a bit. We can take the pinch because the poor people of our
more
country.
austerity. That's the answer, isn't it?
But it's like, it's the people like myself, Claire. We're the ones that fucking suffer because we're not on high fucking wages. We don't earn lots of money, but we still have to travel around and shop and shit, same as every fucker else. And all these rates are going up stupidly. We're the ones that it really affects, and it's not fair. And the government
Unfair
could
tax
step
system,
in.
isn't it? It's an unfair tax system.
They could step in and say, right, instead of taxing this much, we're just gonna we'll keep just having what we take. We'll just keep our 65p, so it'll go up to £1.65 instead. You know what I mean? It didn't have to go up by 60p a litre when they're taking 30p a litre more themselves.
The government doesn't set oil prices, doesn't set petrol prices. It's down to the seller and the forecourt.
No, but they do set the duties they take on it. This is what I'm saying. At £1.30, which it was a couple of months back, they're earning 65p.
Yeah,
if they were still taking the 65p now, they're not losing out. But we would be saving 35p a litre.
Yeah.
So they could do that for us. And many other countries...
And they could tax the oil companies.
Yeah. And many other countries have done that. They've subsidised
subsidising oil companies, that would help.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, rant over. Sorry.
Yeah. Kurt Cobain.
Yeah. How did we get to that from Kurt Cobain?
The economy was dying.
Ah, there we go.
His parents, Wendy, a waitress, and Donald, an auto mechanic, had a musical family background. Kurt showed artistic talent early. Drew cartoon characters and obsessively sang along to Beatles records at age 2. His aunt played guitar, and you can say that music ran in his blood. And as a child, was described as happy, excitable, yet sensitive. But everything changed when he was 9. His parents divorced in 1976, and the once stable home shattered. Kurt later said his whole world changed overnight. He'd become angry, withdrawn, and bounced between relatives' homes, sometimes sleeping under bridges or crashing on sofas with friends. He felt abandoned and caught in the middle of his parents' new relationships, and the instability fueled a deep sense of rejection that never left him.
Oh.
Yeah, sad, isn't it? Yeah.
It is.
It happens to a lot of people, doesn't it?
It does. So he turned to art and music as outlets, and at 14 received a guitar for his birthday and taught himself some riffs from AC/DC, The Cars and punk bands. He listened to the Ramones, Black Sabbath and later the Melvins, whose sludge rock scene in the Pacific Northwest would prove pivotal. Mike, explain the sludge rock scene in the Pacific Northwest, because you're going to know more about this than us three.
The Melvins were sort of the pioneers of grunge, weren't they?
Melvins. Such a nice name, that.
Mike is one of the few people left on this planet who consider grunge the pinnacle of music.
The Melvins.
But you get they kickstart, it's not stadium rock, it's not big hair and trotting around in leather pants on platform heels.
No, it's a mixture between punk rock and metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Effectively what grunge was.
It was like soft metal a bit, wasn't it? It was like...
Well, sound evolves. Bleach, we will get to Nirvana's albums, but Bleach is quite raw and punky because it was recorded for $600. Nevermind was more produced and finished, and that was the sound they grew into. That sold.
It was more commercial, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, so commercial yacht rock, but still with a slight edge to it.
The punk angst.
Yes.
But, grunge was such a catch-all. Alice in Chains are nothing like Nirvana.
No.
Pearl Jam as well, different. Soundgarden, all different. Just lumped into one, wasn't it? Because they're all from that area.
Yeah. Obviously Seattle. So by his mid-teens, Kurt's experimenting with drugs, bit of marijuana, sweet Mary Jane, bit of LSD, engaging in a bit of petty rebellion, and school felt pointless in a town full of what he called bigoted rednecks. He dropped out of high school just a few weeks before graduation, but in 1987 he connects with bassist Chris Novoselic. After Novoselic heard his demo tape, and they formed Nirvana, recruiting various drummers, eventually settling on Dave Grohl in 1990. Who was the drummer from Nirvana originally?
Chad Channing.
Chad Channing, who went on to be a Delta Force operator. Served in the War on Terror.
No way.
Joined the army after his little stint with Nirvana. Went on to be like top tier operator.
No way.
Yeah. Absolutely mental. You'd argue that Dave Grohl was a pretty good drummer, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Very good drummer, to be fair.
Their debut album, Bleach, they also had the extra guitarist, Pat Smear, who went on, he's played with the Foos many a time.
The bassist. Do you remember his name?
Chris Novoselic was the bassist.
No. Oh, sorry, another guitarist.
Yeah.
Jason Everman.
Oh, well, was it? No, it wasn't Chad Channing drummer. It was Jason Everman that went on to be the Delta Force guy.
Ah, there you go.
Jason Everman went on to be the Delta Force guy.
Didn't actually play on any of the songs, did he? But he sort of bankrolled it, so he put his name down.
Ah.
Cool.
Bleach is a good album, actually. About the Girls, probably the best track on it, though. It's pretty decent.
See, to be honest with you, I was never a big fan.
Were you not?
I never not liked him. I knew, like, his mainstream songs that came out, I knew them, but I was never a fan. Our mate Ian was a huge fan, wasn't he? So the most I ever had of listening to Nirvana was going around to my mate Ian's house, and he'd have video of it on like one of the live performances, and he'd watch them quite often, to be fair, to the point where I'd go in there and he'd have Nirvana on, and I'd be like, dude, put something else on. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, fucking hell, I've seen this clip 10 times.
I was obsessed with them.
Yeah.
2 or 3 years. Had all the albums, even got all like the bootlegs. A lot of the bootlegs, try and get all the songs that they perform live that weren't on the albums. I was well into them.
See, I will say, the ones that you know, the main songs that he's known for, I do like those songs, but yeah, it's just kind of never on my radar growing up, I guess, really. I didn't hang out with rockers or anything when I was younger, so it wasn't on our radar. It was all fucking techno and that kind of drum and bass kind of jungle and garage.
Oh, jungle was massive.
Yeah.
Well, I was too young to be fair.
It's not jungle is massive, it's junglist.
Yeah.
Massive.
Ah, okay.
Oh, did you think it was the jungle is massive?
I thought it was like saying that the scene was massive.
Which
So
makes
like
sense.
saying that jungle is massive.
Junglist.
Ah.
Massive.
Jungles normally aren't massive, though,
Well,
to
yeah,
be fair.
that's
So
right.
I could
Yeah.
see the connection.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought about the
Let me tell you, because
genre
that's
of-
exactly what I thought when I thought.
yeah, and bear in mind, I'm not a junglist,
Exactly.
Anyway, yeah, so you got Bleach, comes out in 1989, it's like a heavy punk metal. It didn't sell particularly fantastically, but it did get them a cult following in the underground Seattle scene.
Which album's the one with the baby swimming in the water?
Never mind.
Mind.
That's what's coming next. 1991, Nirvana signs the major label, DGC/Geffen, and they get Butch Vig, who was the bassist for Garbage later in his career. He produced it, for about $65,000 it cost to make this album.
Huh.
How is it? I never understood how it cost $65,000 to
Marketing, printing, just creating the records themselves.
Yeah,
and-
paying the producer, the
Yeah.
mixer,
Yeah, the
recording time in the
recording
studio.
time.
You'd have to create an initial bulk of the would it have been CDs?
LP.
LP?
You'd still have
It'd have been a
vinyl.
bit of everything, wouldn't it, back then?
You'd have had
You'd
cassette
have
vinyl
had
and
tapes,
CD,
yeah.
wouldn't you?
You'd have been a bit of all of it, wouldn't you? So yeah, there'd have been a certain amount of that chunk would have gone to the initial
Because if you want to listen to
1,000 units of each.
if you want to listen to it in the car, you're getting it on tape in 1991.
Yeah.
Very few of us had CD players. Well, there was no
No,
CD
not
players
at
in
that point.
1991 in cars in this.
No. CDs were just kind of coming through at
Yeah,
that
they
point.
were. Yeah. Oh man, the early 90s. What a time!
What a time.
What a time!
Well, I was going to say earlier, actually, I was too young for Nirvana to begin with.
Fuck off. He's like fucking 55.
Cheeky cunt. Wasn't until sort of in utero, that sort of area.
To 94.
Yeah.
See, I
Got into them.
it passed me by until I was in my late teens, early 20s, really.
Oh, you were
Other
into
than
Nirvana.
hearing him on the radio.
I got into rock in about 1999,
Oh, right.
2000. So
Was that through Ian?
just going to college,
Mm.
knocking around in the rock club at lunchtimes and stuff, and yeah, just gravitated towards rockers because
It
We're
smelled.
the coolest.
yeah.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, we were the coolest, yeah.
Because she loves the smell of BO, that's what it is.
Yeah, I love a nice sweaty grebo.
So, the lead single off Nevermind, Smells Like Teen Spirit, with its quiet, low dynamics, Cobain sneering vocals and cryptic lyrics dropped like the proverbial bomb.
It was certainly a radio-friendly unit shifter, wasn't it?
It was, yes, which of course was a track on In Utero. MTV put the video in heavy rotation, and by January 1992, Nevermind has knocked Michael Jackson's Dangerous off the Billboard #1 spot.
I mean, think about that.
A rock band.
That's a big
From
thing, isn't it?
nowhere.
Yeah.
They've
Anyone that can knock Jacko off at that point.
Yeah. It
It
sold.
didn't sound right, did it?
It sold millions rapidly, eventually over 30 million copies worldwide, which for 1991
I say, in
is...
them days, that's pretty fucking good, isn't it, to be
Yeah.
fair?
Grunge exploded in the mainstream, dethroning hair metal and reshaping alternative rock, and Kurt Cobain suddenly finds himself as the voice of a generation, which he didn't want to be.
Well, he
How-
didn't, and he did.
How'd you get a
I'd say-
platinum album? Is that 1 million copies?
Well, it could be.
They've all got and they give you a gold
Yeah.
one, yeah, depending on how many you've
You start off with
sold.
probably
Platinum is the best, isn't it?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
probably start off with a bronze, and get a silver, then get a gold, and then platinum in it.
yeah.
And then multi-platinum in it.
Yeah.
They're not do a diamond.
No.
You'd have thought they'd do a diamond, wouldn't you?
And you cut yourself every time you lifted the record up.
Cool, that, wouldn't
Well, you got to pick it up and slice your fingers off.
it?
They can leave it inside the frame.
Someone's got to put it in the first place.
They're wearing gloves.
Gauntlets.
Now, fame hits Kurt Cobain like a freight train, and he does not like it, although he does a bit. He must like
Yeah,
it a bit.
he's conflicted, isn't he?
It depends a lot, though, doesn't it? These the younger ones that have never had anything, and they get thrust into fame, and it fucks them up. There's a few, and they all seem to die around his kind of age as well.
27 Club, innit?
Yeah, and it seems to be that club. There's a lot of similarities between all of them, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, I mean,
Drugs,
it's mainly drugs, innit?
but
Let's face
massive
it.
fame, massive. Like you look at Amy Winehouse, the
Yeah, couldn't
massive
nail
fame she got, and I think there's a lot of
Janis
that.
Joplin,
It's-
Jimi Hendrix, John Bonham,
Yeah,
Kurt
I wouldn't
Cobain.
want it.
It's the pressure, isn't it?
I think there's more pressure nowadays when you just like
Social media. innit?
social media. Everyone can, you can just, you make one bad tweet.
Yeah, and it opens up for much easier access to becoming some form of celebrity that people recognise as well. You look at these fucking knobbers like Bevo and fucking Mashtag and
My
these.
God, Pete, that's fucking your remarkably finger is on the pulse at this point. I'm
I
impressed.
have no idea who those people are.
It's just people you see on fake. Like, don't get me wrong, Mashtag Brady, he's kind of funny. He's just some nutty northerner who just he is just nuts. He just films himself going abroad and he just does silly things and he's kind of funny. And Bevo's just a twat with big teeth, turkey teeth. But these people have got
Turkey teeth.
That might
these people have got this
It's mainstream,
mass
that,
fame.
isn't it?
But they've got this fame from nothing. Bevo especially, he's a right tool. He's hated. That's why he's famous.
Yeah.
But you could see that for him
Yeah.
going completely wrong.
But I was saying is, Kurt Cobain's got some talent.
100%.
And that's the sad thing about society nowadays.
Yeah,
is you haven't
yeah.
got to have talent to
No.
be famous. You can just be any old fucking
That's what I
idiot
mean.
with a camera.
It's so easy just to become
Yeah.
a fucking celebrity of sorts, isn't it?
I mean, for fuck's sake, most of them, what they fucking do is fucking AI nowadays.
Well, you look at Mr. Beast. Although I don't hate him.
Although he does give a lot of money away, to be fair.
I don't
doesn't
hate Mr. Beast. But you got the Paul brothers, Logan and fucking...
he? The ones
I've
that
heard of
fucking
them.
cracking wrestler nowadays.
Yeah, alright. I'll give him that. But again, his brother, not so much.
No, he's a
Jake
terrible
Paul,
boxer.
Jake Paul and Logan Paul, isn't it? Logan's the wrestler, Jake's the
Boxer.
wannabe boxer.
Yeah.
He's the gobshite. He's a knob.
Well, they're both
And
knobs.
they've only got where they are because they were gobshitey knobs.
Yeah, but I mean, remember, they're still only really young.
Yeah.
They've been like internet. They were like the proto influencers. They were doing that shit when they were like fucking 17.
Them Mr. Beast, they were like the originals, I
Yeah.
think, of as far as these influencers go.
What a sad time to be alive when you're some knob with a camera, mate, and you had to have talent back in the day.
Yeah. This is where it's worrying though, isn't it? Because at the same time, you've got all these people that don't actually have the support that your normal A-list celebrity would get. They'd have their
Nowadays, yeah.
agents and things like that.
Yeah.
They'd have a bit of a support network. Whereas these people that are just thrust into the limelight just because of YouTube and Facebook or whatever, they don't have the support network around them. So you can see there could well be a pattern of suicides and things like that in the next few years of these younger people that they get trolled a bit too much and that's it. They've had enough.
At the same time,
See it coming.
they've also become fabulously wealthy very fast.
Yeah. Yeah. Which then leads on to these heavy drugs and
Mm.
things like that. And because you've got the money to
Yeah.
back up that habit, they take you very quickly, don't they?
Well, the problem is with Kurt, when he gets famous, is he hasn't got a support network. He's got a bunch of heroin users.
Yeah. His old druggy mates and that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even the people they bring in, around them are just guys that they knew back in the day. And they get into drugs eventually because Kurt's doing drugs. Well, everyone's doing drugs.
How bad was Dave on drugs then? Was it?
No.
He wasn't doing the heroin. I think Kurt
He
was
wasn't
the
as
heroin.
bad then.
But I'd imagine that they're all smoking weed at least, aren't they? It's the fucking
Oh,
early
yeah.
90s. They're all doing a bit of fucking something.
Probably cocaine at least.
Yeah.
Coke, weed, and booze, probably.
Yeah.
The holy trinity of the 90s and 80s.
I was going to say
rock star.
that was their diet, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much,
back in them days,
Yeah.
all the rock stars, pop stars,
Bit of speed as well.
to make sure they can get on through.
Yeah. Kurt does not like it, and he feels like a sellout for signing to a major label. The pressures of touring, interviews, and very sudden wealth clashed with his punk ethos and introverted nature. So he wrote songs about alienation, but no millions projected their pain onto him. He says, "I never wanted to be a star." The constant spotlight amplified his existing struggles. Kurt had long dealt with a chronic stomach pain, possibly from undiagnosed issues like IBS, stress, or possibly undiagnosed Crohn's.
You'd think he'd have got it diagnosed, wouldn't you?
I don't know how good it was for spotting back then.
Crohn's in 1991.
I don't know. Crohn's is a weird one, isn't it? What happens with that? I know you have to wear a bag.
Doesn't some of your bowel become and intestines become sort of inactive to a certain degree,
Think so. I don't. It's one of them. It's one.
or become that inflamed that it?
I think it's more like IBS, but
Mm.
on a more of a permanent bad scale. I don't know. My friend's son has it, and he's actually waiting for an operation
I was going to
for
say
it.
they take.
You usually have to
chunks
take
of
a
your
chunk of your bowel, and that's how you
yeah.
end up with the bag, innit?
Yeah.
Colostomy bag.
Mm. But anyway, you know what else can sort that out?
What?
Heroin.
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 Well, that might get rid of all different pains.
Of course it will, because it's
Morphine, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is just morphine. It's the best painkiller in the world, but it abused in that way, not good.
He'd first tried the drug around 86, but by late 1991, sporadic use had become a full-blown addiction. He is spending $400 a day on
Oh,
heroin.
Deary me.
Wow, back then as well.
I still maintain that's probably him getting ripped off.
There's probably
A lot of it.
He's giving someone $400 a day
Yeah.
to go and buy heroin. So as far as it's concerned, whether they're ripping him off or
Yeah.
not, his addiction's costing him $400 a day. Yeah. So depression does run deep in his family. I think his uncle committed suicide from depression.
Yeah.
These things usually are hereditary. He spoke of a fractured childhood contributing to it and feeling hateful towards all humans. Well, who hasn't been there? Success didn't cure the emptiness, it intensified it. There was rehab attempts which failed. His lyrics on In Utero in '93, which was a lot more raw and gritty than Nevermind, reflected the turmoil. Songs like Rape Me, Not an Invitation, Heart-Shaped Box and All Apologies mixed vulnerability with rage. And of course then, Something in the Way, that was a...
He was in pain, wasn't he, when he wrote that album?
Oh yeah. Now in 91-92, Kurt's personal life intertwines with another rising star, Courtney Love, the frontwoman of Hole. Never wrote an album on her own. Always had someone else to do it.
Madness.
What a mess she was, though, man.
She is not the mess you think she is. She's a trust fund girl. She's not some fucking poor skaghead who manages to sleep her way into fucking rock music.
But she appeared like that.
But she appears like that.
Fucking
But she,
right.
she used to get an allowance off her family.
Right. So she was born with money.
She was born, she just fell into the scene, but she was like a promoter.
Was she?
On the underground scene.
Mm.
She would push your bands, and obviously when they make it famous, he's bumped into her before now because that's what her job was. Obviously now he's famous, he's a much bigger catch.
Can't stand the woman.
When did she die?
She's still alive.
Yeah.
I thought Courtney Love died.
No.
Why did I think Courtney Love died?
Wishful thinking.
Mandela effect.
I was
Oh
thinking that's why-
I know what I'm thinking of. Yeah, it's alright.
Their relationship was very intense, passionate and chaotic. Kurt described her as the best fuck in the world, and I imagine she was probably quite fucking good in bed back in the day. She was an attractive woman. She was an attractive woman back in the day. She almost looks like now, to be fair.
That's what I'm just checking that out, to be honest with you.
I'd imagine she's had a lot of work done now.
Just her personality and it's vile.
But that's what made her money.
She looks like she did back then, really. Because she's clearly had the work.
Oh yeah, she's had work done.
She doesn't
Yeah.
look terrible.
No,
She
no.
doesn't look like overworked or anything, does she?
Well,
Like
now she's
some
been
of
living
them.
off Kurt's money for the last fucking 20 years. 30 years.
That's her back. That's her back in the day, then, isn't it? That'd be her around that
Yeah.
kind of time. Yeah, she was an attractive girl, but messed up, wasn't she? Clearly.
Yeah.
Psycho, isn't she?
She's always, she's doing the drugs. There's a bit of shared trauma. There's ambition. There's substance issues. They marry in 1992 on February 24th. In Hawaii, Kurt wore pajamas and Courtney wore a lace gown worn by the actor Francis Farmer. Oh, she was then pregnant with her daughter, Frances Bean Cobain, born on August 18th, 1992. Courtney did use during the pregnancy, apparently.
So, what is this? His baby, then?
This is his baby,
It
yeah.
is his baby,
Yeah, yeah.
definitely.
Oh, you wouldn't believe. She looks very much.
Right, you can tell. It's by seeing it, can you?
Oh, hang on. She was dating some dude who looked weirdly like her dad. The last I heard.
What's her name?
Frances Bean Cobain.
Bean,
Yeah,
as in baked bean.
yeah.
Because she looked like a little baked bean on
Aw.
the sonogram.
As all babies do.
The marriage was a whirlwind. There were genuine moments of love and tenderness. Kurt doted on Frances. And they both shared, Kurt and Courtney, a rebellious bond against the mainstream, but drugs complicated everything, and both struggled with heroin. Tabloids sensationalised their life as a toxic rock and roll fairy tale, and Courtney faced accusations of influencing Kurt's habits. Just shut up and have some more heroin, Kurt.
She is like an exact fucking 50-50 split of mum and dad, isn't she?
Have a look.
Yeah.
She really is. You can see Kurt, but you can also see fucking Courtney. The nose is definitely the same as Kurt. Jaw, like Yeah, I'd say Jaws and Mum. Yeah, she does look a bit quite an attractive young lady, actually. To be fair,
Very rich young lady
I'd
nowadays.
imagine so. Do you think she gets all of his royalties and that?
I think she certainly gets a substantial percentage.
Well, who else would get it?
The
Courtney
band
Love.
and Courtney.
Yeah.
Because there was a big thing with the royalties when they released the. They did a thing recently. It was like a best of. It was an anniversary kind of thing. It was a few years ago now, and I'm sure that she gets, because Kurt wrote all the songs. He got the most royalties,
She's got the rights.
and she has all the rights, and the other band members wanted it split. Legal battles arose over custody due to the drug use, and friends noted the volatility, arguments, codependency, and the strain of fame on their young family. And Kurt feels trapped by the industry, by expectations, and probably by the relationship's intensity. He once told Rolling Stone he was happier than ever with Courtney, but his actions showed deepening despair. By early 1994, things are unravelling. Nirvana toured Europe amid Kurt's health woes. Did they played Reading, didn't they, in 92? They were supposed to play in 94, but it was cancelled because of this. He overdoses in Rome, taking booze and Rohypnol. Back in Seattle, he enters rehab and then he hops the wall. He's only there like a day, and he jumps the wall and escapes.
Thought Rohypnol just knocks you out.
It does, but if you take 50 of them and then drink a load of booze with it, it's still not good for you. It's an overdose. It fucks you, just fucks your organs.
I know it's gonna fuck you up, innit? But
Why Rohypnol? Yeah.
No, it's probably what you could fucking get hold of. It's still a painkiller, isn't it? It's a sedative painkiller. It's an opiate, isn't it? Rohypnol. So, Kurt sends his mate out to go and buy him a gun and ammunition. Kurt's not allowed to own guns anymore
Because of his psychosis.
because of the drug use and his unpredictability. But he sends his mate out to go and get him one and gives him the money, which he does, even though Kurt swore he didn't have one. On April 5th, 1994, Kurt Cobain died in the greenhouse above his garage at the Lake Washington home. He was 27.
I remember it. Do you?
Not really, admittedly. Not.
Do you remember it being the talk around school?
Year 7 at school.
Was in year
Really
8.
had rockers in our school.
No, I'd have been in the last year of year 6, wouldn't I?
Yeah, I was in the last year of. It was a bit of year 7.
Yeah, so I was doing year 6 thing.
A Remington shotgun was found across Kurt's body. A suicide note addressed in part to his fans and family was nearby. The note referenced losing passion for music, quoting Neil Young, "It's better to burn out than to fade away." Expressed love for Francis while apologising. The official ruling is suicide by self-inflicted gunshot wound. Toxicology showed high levels of heroin, but the authorities concluded that the gunshot caused death. Which it does.
Normally.
Yeah.
Normally, yeah.
To the face.
There's no kind of police thing with this.
No
They did their
investigation needed, was there? Suicide note was there.
They did their job diligently. They didn't pollute the crime scene. They were. So there's none. We haven't got any of that. They may not have been as thorough with some things as others, like the gun itself. But at the same time, hey,
It was neatly tied up.
it's wrapped up in a neat little package, isn't it? He's got no head. There's a shotgun on his chest. Suicide note next to the body. Time for tea and biscuits, boys. We're done here today. Thank you very much.
Coffee and donuts.
Time for coffee and donuts, boys. We're out of here. It's going to be an early one today.
Yeah.
So, Kurt's death sent shockwaves.
Yep. A lot of copycat deaths as well, wasn't there?
There was a spate of suicides, yeah. So, in part 2, we'll examine the controversies, conspiracy theories, alleged suspects' motives, and the lasting fallout.
I think we all know who the alleged suspects are.
Well, there's,
Certainly the main one, anyway.
El Duce.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll get into him for definite.
I'm not getting into him.
Again, Mike sharing his fantasies with the world.
Yeah, I love fucking rotting corpses. He's been dead for a long time, hasn't he?
Yeah. But,
Silly Billy.
What a silly boy. Falling onto that train track. So, yes, so that's the official story. Where you all at? Before we leap into next week.
Well, it's been changed, hasn't it, in recent times? It's no longer class suicide. They've reopened the case, haven't they?
They actually reopened it now.
Well,
We had a news article, didn't we, a few weeks ago, saying somewhat private investigators relooked at the case, but I don't think officially.
okay, so it's not been officially reopened, but yeah, it's always been dodgy though, hasn't it? Smacked up off his tits.
I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it?
Having the
In one way.
coordination and the ability to fucking actually shoot yourself with this really long fucking barreled shotgun, which, unless you've got arms like a fucking chimpanzee, would have been very difficult to pull the trigger whilst holding it in your mouth.
It was the toe, wasn't it? Used his big toe on the trigger.
Yeah, fair
Had
enough.
his shoes on,
Smacked
didn't he?
up off your
But
tits.
in the photos, he's got his shoes on.
And smacked up off your
Yeah.
tits. You're gonna have the motor skills to do that. Are you fuck?
Remember, very high tolerance for heroin. He's spending $400 a day.
Still.
But then, if you look at the official story, it does all make sense, doesn't it? History of depression in the
Of course
family.
it does. It's
You know,
kind
he even wrote songs and things in his journals about suicide and all the time, and
if it was murder most terrible.
he didn't like fame. It was too much for him. Relationship was a strain.
Yeah.
Touring was too much. All these things pile up. And it's kind of self-explanatory.
If you want to
isn't it?
off somebody,
Off the depression
they're in the best circumstance there to make it look like they've done it themselves, aren't
But
they?
just because of all those things line up doesn't mean that's what happened.
Nope, definitely not.
And I guess that's where we'll get into it.
Especially without the full investigation, it was
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, it was a fucking shame, though.
yeah, because he was talented. He was a good talent. Again, it's something I only really knew who he was a bit later on. Anyway, fucking 10 years after, well, not 10 years after he died, but not far off 10 years after he died. And yeah,
It would have been interesting, but the pressure's on, innit? I mean, okay, you've had Nevermind, massive hit. You've had 2 years off, you've toured, you've had a kid, you're married to a woman who's clearly also not all there on some level. And then it's like, well, get back in the studio, you've got to write the fucking next 30 million unit shifter.
no pressure.
No pressure. And In Utero is a better album than Nevermind, in my opinion. I think it's
In my opinion,
it's
it is,
grittier, it's rawer, it's not as produced, it's not as polished, but it's still really fucking good. And they did it. All right, well, great. Now do the next one. That's what it is, then, isn't it? You're getting all this money, great. That's fantastic. Write the next one then.
Yeah,
Come on,
but
monkey, get the typewriter.
At the same time, it's his dream, isn't it? You're a rock star.
It's not like you can turn around to me and say, I don't want fame all you want. You've become a fucking rock star.
Yep.
When you started playing guitar in a band, that must have been the dream. You must have had that at the back of your mind. I'm going to be fucking famous one day. I'm going to be a famous musician. And then just turn around and go, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
'cause
fame,
you
isn't
start
it?
in-
Some people just can't deal with it.
Yeah, you start in small clubs and that lot and go around pubs and all sorts, don't you?
Yeah, that's not fame, is it?
I know.
That's
and
not the
But
tabloids.
you're building up, aren't you?
Yeah, but it didn't build up, did they? They exploded overnight, pretty much.
They went from zero to hero
Yeah.
instantly.
You think, within a couple of months, they're
Yeah,
multi-millionaires.
biggest band on the planet. 2 months before that, no one had ever heard of them outside of Seattle.
There is a level of fame of quick fame, and you've come from having nothing to having all that money. I mean, come on, we'd all fucking abuse it a little bit, wouldn't we? I mean, we're not going to start taking heroin.
I don't
But-
know.
You know, we're all going
I'm
to.
too old to abuse it now, but if I was in my early 20s, then yeah,
Well, you'd have started taking heroin if you become a
No.
rock star.
abuse the money.
Oh, yeah.
Depends what day of the week it happened on. If
Oh.
it was a Friday, there might be some smack involved. You know what I mean? Party on the weekend, big blowout. If it was a Monday or a Tuesday, though, it'd probably be quite tame. Maybe just a Pizza Hut to celebrate.
You're a man of wild variety, aren't you? All right. Come back next week for part 2. I've been Ben. Thank you very much for listening. Follow us on Facebook at Cutting to the Bull and the Post-Truth Apocalypse. YouTube is Apocalypse Bull, and SoundCloud and Spotify and all your other podcasting platforms. It's Cutting to the Bull in the PTA. Don't drink the favourite, don't join a cult, don't become a world famous rock star, blow your own head off. Allegedly.
I've been Mike, thanks for listening. Peace out, may the force be with you.
I've been Claire, thanks for listening. Keep an open mind, but not so open that it spills out your ears.
And I've been Pete. If it does spill, just remember to mop it back up.